An important part of functions is solving for y. You may be familiar with functions from school, so we'll just review the key points, going over functions and some function notations. Now remember, this is a video, so if this isn't a breezy refresher for you, that's okay. You can always go back to anything you're hazy on as many times as you need. Two key features of functions to remember are f of x is another way of saying y, and whatever's inside the parentheses is the x value or the input. Here are some examples of functions. F of x equals x squared minus 3. F of x equals the square root of 3x. F of x equals 5x minus 3. The simplest function questions on the SAT will give f of x equals an equation and ask you to find the value of the function at a given value of x. Now let's look at a typical simple function problem that you'll encounter on the test. If f of x equals x squared plus 5x, f of 3 equals a is 3, b is 9, c is 14, and d is 24. As always, we'll underline the facts, circle the key terms, and label the answer choices as equal to the function of 3. Whatever is inside the parentheses is the x value. So this question is really asking what is the value of f when x equals 3, which means that we want to substitute 3 for x. When we do, we get f of 3 equals 3 squared plus 5 times 3. That works out to 9 plus 15, or 24, so the value of f of 3 is 24. Looking at our answer choices, D is 24. Circle it. Let's take a look at one more function problem. This time, it'll be a pause and solve, so you can work the problem out on your own before we go through it together. Grab some paper and a pencil, and when I say pause, you'll pause the video and solve the problem. Come back when you're done. Here's the question. If g of x equals x squared plus x, g of 3 plus g of 4 equals a 12, b 20, c 32, or d 56. Ready, set, pause. All right, how do you think you did? Functions can be pretty difficult, so let's go through this together and see if we got the same answer. We'll underline the facts, circle the keywords, and label the answer choices, which are the possible values of g of 3 plus g of 4. In this question, the function is in the form of g of x, not f of x, but what matters is what's inside the parentheses, which is the x value. We need to find g of 3 and g of 4 and then add them together. Let's start by calculating g of 3. Substituting 3 in for x, we get g of 3 equals 3 squared plus 3, and doing the math, we get g of 3 equals 12. Next, we'll find the value of g of 4. So substituting 4 in for x, we get g of 4 equals 4 squared plus 4. Doing the math, we find that g of 4 equals 16 plus 4, or 20. All right, so far it's been pretty basic math. Now to answer this question, we just need to add the values of g of 3 and g of 4. So we're looking for the g of 3 plus the g of 4. And as we found the values for each, we plug them in and our equation becomes 12 plus 20, which equals 32. Looking at our answer choices, C is 32, so go ahead and circle it. Note that g of 3 plus g of 4 is not the same as g of 7. Putting 7 in for x would equal 7 squared plus 7, working out to 49 plus 7, or 56. This would be the wrong answer, but you can see in answer choice D that the test makers set that up. So we learned that when it comes to problems with simple functions, where we're given the value of x and asked for the resulting value of f of x, whatever is in the parentheses is the value of x, or the input. And the value of f of x is our y value. So these questions always ask us to find the value of y. Keep practicing and remember to plug in when you have variables in the answer choices, just like picking numbers.